And welcome to another Shit Colored Glasses. Thinking about this whole massive, disgusting election, which, as of right now, um, Donald J. Trump he gained 270 electoral votes, which would which would make him the president-elect to be inaugurated on January 20th, 2016. That's something that people are throwing a fucking fit about, as you all know. Sorry. People are just throwing a fucking fit about this thing. And I didn't vote. Personally, I did not vote because I felt like Stein and Johnson, the third and fourth party candidates, didn't really have a chance, and I didn't feel like it was worth my time to even go to the polls. I can't fucking stand it when people are like, if you don't vote, you can't complain about the results. Yes, you fucking can, because the truth of the whole matter is that, voting is in fact something that that is afforded of us because we are in a free country where people fight for us to have this freedom, where there are many countries where people do not have this mild democracy. However, I don't even see it as too big of a democracy anymore, because, well, it's basically a democracy, but it's not a mild democracy. It's a mild democracy. It's not a pure democracy. A pure democracy was just not. Obviously, it's something that does not work. So, the whole thing of the matter is, if you have been on the internet at all, on Facebook or Twitter, you'll see the hashtag #NotMyPresident. And everybody is just throwing a fucking hissy fit and just like being little crybabies about this whole thing. Oh my god, yes, Hillary did not win. Oh my god, how could you vote for Trump? You must not care about your LGBT, Latino, Muslim friends and all this bullshit. Because I've heard, okay, here's a few things. This kind of pisses me off, that whole hashtag. Because the fucking truth is that, yes, he is your president if you live in this country. Yes, he is your fucking president. Unless you're like Kanye West, Miley Cyrus, I think of Samuel Jackson, quite a few others. I think Bryan Cranston. There's a few people who said that if Trump won, then they would fucking move to Canada. Personally, I love Samuel Jackson and I love Bryan Cranston, but go to fucking Canada then. It's whatever. We don't need you to live here. That's not a huge deal. And Miley Cyrus posted this little crying video, and she did make some good points, because she was accepting Trump as her president. And she said to Trump that he needs to accept and love and respect everyone. And Miley Cyrus's video, I agree with. I don't agree with her wanting Hillary to be the 45th president. I don't agree with that, but I agree with her little video that she posted, that we all need to be respectful and loving and open to other people of all walks of life, and we just need to be loving people in all ways possible. So I do agree with that. However, I'm sick of this fucking crying since after Hillary lost. I think it's just total fucking bullshit. And this hashtag #NotMyPresident shit is just really pisses me off, for the main reason that whenever you vote for a candidate and your candidate loses, you still need to, I think you still need to look at the person who won as your president. Now, granted, I hated both candidates. And I mean, I still don't like Trump very much. I still feel like he has this attitude about himself where he, and then he also grew up with a silver fucking spoon in his mouth, and he has shown signs of misogyny. I don't believe that he is racist, though. People think he is racist because he wants to build that fucking wall, and the whole thing is, he's not racist because he wants to build a wall. He wants to give Americans a chance to have a job before he lets illegals from Mexico to come up here and take the jobs. He's not racist. I don't think he is racist. However, he has shown signs of misogyny, and that I think is a slight problem. But I do feel like that Trump just might do a good job, and I am going to do a separate video where I talk about Trump's first 100 days, what he plans on doing. Most of which I think are quite good. However, I have watched some of his speeches, tried to analyze the content where there is no content. So it seemed to me that there wasn't a whole lot of content other than building the wall. Is that I don't feel like he had a plan. Now I think Obama was a great president. I think that the whole healthcare thing that's debatable as to how great that was, because I don't think somebody should have a fine if they. I don't think someone should be fined if they can't afford fucking health insurance. Some people like myself, I'm lucky enough to have a job where I am able to pay for my health insurance with a small fee from my paycheck. I feel like I'm one of the lucky ones. But somebody who does not make very much money, who can't afford to pay for health care, I don't feel like that they should be fined. So that's just another point there. But so I feel like everyone needs to calm the fuck down. First off, that's what I feel like. I feel like we're all just throwing a huge, not everybody, but the Hillary supporters are throwing a huge fit. And they're saying that Hillary has worked so hard to take care of the American people. Hillary has worked so hard to fight for every race. Hillary has fought so hard to take care of this country. And Hillary has paid all this money so she can possibly land herself the job of president, so that she can take care of everyone. I'm gonna call bullshit on that one, though. I think that's personally. I think that Hillary, given her history, I won't go into the whole Benghazi shit. I won't go into the whole evil that is some of her past, but I do feel like Hillary is somewhat evil, and I do not feel like Hillary ran for president once and ran for president the second time out of pure desire to help people. I feel like her reasons for running for president both times were self-driven things, at least a bit, at least halfway. I feel like she was self-driven and wanted to have power. So I don't like Hillary at all. I feel like she is full of shit when she tries to say that she wants to help people, and I feel like it's shit when people say that, oh, she just did a selfless thing trying to get this office to try to help people. And also I posted a little thing on my Facebook. I don't think any of you are on my Facebook, but I posted a little thing that I saw on Facebook which says that people need to stop this temper tantrum over the election results. And a friend of mine posted, "Oh, why don't you listen to what they have to say before you say this?" And I was like, oh, I fucking heard it. I fucking heard it, and I think a lot of it is bullshit. I'm sorry. I also feel like what a lot of Trump's stuff is bullshit too. I feel like Trump is, for one thing, not the sharpest tool in the box, and I feel like Trump was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he failed a lot of businesses. He failed a lot of things, and however, he still has had all this money for years, and I don't like what Trump is for either. I don't. But however, I have looked at his 100 days plan, and I thought about it a lot, and a lot of it is good if he goes through with it. Which politicians make fucking promises all the time as to what they're gonna do. However, I feel like if he does these things, those things are good, and I will explain that in a different video. But I feel like, and also I live here in Omaha, and there have been tons of protests in Washington D.C. But there's been huge protests of students walking out of school in Omaha Central High School, protesting Trump's election. Okay, and I feel like they should just take their little asses back into school and learn a little bit, I guess. I mean, I feel like some of their reasons, the misogyny of Trump, I feel like is somewhat accurate. The whole grab her by the pussy thing, that does show, that's kind of a red flag there a little bit. So, granted, I hated both candidates. However, it is a fact that Trump has won, and we need to accept him as president. And we need to give him a chance to lead, just like Hillary said in her concession speech. And if he does something horrible, then we need to rise up about that together. And I feel like a lot of this election has caused division amongst people, whereas we should be bringing each other together in love, respect, and kindness. That's a big deal. You should always, no matter who you are in this world, you should accept every other person with respect and kindness and love. And I feel like there's a huge vacancy of that. There's a huge lack of that. And this election shows that, where people are just kind of hurling shit at each other, verbally, of course, over political shit. So I'm kind of like, maybe we should, Trump supporters versus Hillary supporters, we should kind of agree to disagree and not be rioting and not be throwing temper tantrums and act like fucking adults. Possibly. Definitely. So, sorry, I've ranted for 13, almost 14 minutes, and I apologize for that. But I appreciate you for watching, and I appreciate every single one of you, and I love every single one of you, my viewers. And I would, in a respectful way, I would love to talk to anybody who wants to argue with me on anything. But,